So okay guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to easily bump clips through floors in Halo MCC with no tick rate patches or FPS mods. Now you may be wondering how this can be done on stock MCC, because with the tick rate being as high as it is as well as the FPS, this glitch has been all but dead for decades. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not dead on MCC. In fact, you just need a little bit more force to do it, as well as proper location. In fact, I believe you can do it without any of the physics skulls enabled, but for my particular case, I enabled them for most of the clips that you're gonna see here today in today's video. So how this works is you need to get a grenade, blast yourself into the wall. You must not leave the ground too high, but your feet must also leave the ground, and you must hit the wall with enough force that your shoulder clips through it. Now that's the key part, your shoulder must clip through it. Once your shoulder clips through it, if the floor is slanted, it doesn't even need to be a 45-degree angle. As long as it's at like a crouch level slant, you will fall through it with relative ease. In fact, I suggest you guys to turn on some of the skulls that I got on, go to Quarantine Zone and practice it out. On Quarantine Zone, this very first ramp at the start of the level is super easy to clip through. And basically, once you figure out how it works by watching it a couple times, you can apply this knowledge to just about every level in Halo 2 as well as the multiplayer. But yeah, another thing I discovered with this is you can actually launch the AI itself through the walls. They won't die in solid space, believe it or not, unless they fall out of map. What this means is you can actually put AI inside of the walls, they won't die. And if you're wondering, you cannot AUP possess an AI then go through the wall. If you did that, you will die, and the AI itself will also die, which I find particularly weird. Anyway, if you're wondering about surviving this after clipping through a wall, just like in the old bump skip days, you have to enter solid space and get back out of it pretty quick. You only have a fraction of a second to get in and out of solid space before the game just automatically kills you. And if you're wondering about dead alives and player merging, well, if you player merge then go through a wall, you will die, but the player won't die. You'll be in a dead alive state and you can spawn on the other side, just like that. But at this point, since we have skulls on, if you went and just did a dead alive, you could just shoot somebody through the ground, it'd be the same thing. However, I could see this being really useful for people that play co-op by themselves. They can player merge, go through the wall all in one go without even having to pick up the other controller. However, I don't think there's many places within Halo 2's campaign where we can use this to glitch through sections or break loading. I only ever seen maybe one or two places where something potentially could be done. One is on the Arbiter, where we could potentially use this to skip the whole hangar section. And another spot is on Quarantine Zone, where you could potentially trigger the load zone from the outside and have it load around another player, like the player 2 for example. Other than that, I haven't found many places within the campaign that are particularly useful. I did figure out though on Regret, you can actually use it to get out the doors you came through. You can go straight through that wall, it doesn't even need to be really sloped, which I thought was pretty cool. However, what's even cooler is on the multiplayer. In multiplayer, yes, this glitch can still be done, even with the scripting that's supposed to detect whether a player is clipping through a floor then shoot them back out. If you do it with enough force and in the right enough position, you will still clip through the ground before that kicks you back out. What this means is we could use this glitch to get to the Burial Mounds projection room pretty easily. You can also use this glitch to take items out of the map with you if the map is a certain way it's built. If the map's built right, you can actually clip through it, not die to solid space, and get out of it. So if you're doing a game mode with skulls on and you have to do oddball or something, you could potentially use this to completely break the level. The only way the oddball can respawn outside a map is if you let it go. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the explanation of how it works, as well as some practical and potential uses for it. So for the rest of this video, I'm gonna let things play out as is and keep showing you guys some B-roll, and you can leave whenever you want or just wait till the B-roll's done. It's up to you. It's gonna show you guys some of the places I found that were pretty interesting, as well as some of the ones in multiplayer, which had some pretty funky results. fit my airsoft pistol pretty good.